Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I've been around holiday. I've also started a new YouTube channel for vlogging our holiday. If you want to check that out, I'm going to leave a link in the description for that. Check it out. Let me know what you think. In today's video, we are going to be doing some paneling. We're going to be doing some paneling up the side of a stairway, which is going to look fantastic. So stick around. Also, stay till the end of the video because something hilarious happened to Andy. Absolutely class. It's made my day. But yeah, I am recording this intro at the end of the day because I forgot to do one this morning. Big up yourselves. Run that thing. Of course we're outside, it's winter. We're just getting ready to cut up these slats now for the paneling. And for this we are using the Milwaukee plunge saw. You don't have to use this, you can use a normal saw, you can use a circular saw, you can use anything really, but this is perfect for the job. So what we're going to do now, we've marked 100mm and 100mm that side. We're going to level up the rail to it and cut a load of slats at 100mm, ready for us to rip down where needed. Yep. So this wall up the side of the stairs is where we're going to be paneling. I'm not sure if you can see very clearly, but we've drawn out where our uprights need to be. So we've got one there. I think we've got 4 open bays down to the bottom. Then we'll have a rail going across the top, rail going across the bottom. So our first piece to go on is going to be this bottom piece, but we're going to start down there. So it'll butt up next to that architrave, come straight up here, and we're just working out what we're going to do here, where this skeleton bit changes. But I think what we're saying is we're going to run this piece into this piece, so that'll be straight down there, notch the bottom off, and then cut that into it. Yeah, Rand? What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Something like that, anyway.
If, like you say, after it's painted, you don't see any of it anyway.
No. Andy was just saying, like, if we run that bottom piece right the way across, our uprights then are going into it, but this last one is going to be opposite, but it's not going to matter once you've filled painted, you're never going to see it anyway. So here's our first piece going on. We've got to cut the angle, find the angle of that, mark up the wood and get it cut off. And to do that we are using the Bosch chop saw. So we've got our angle here, we're going to set this to the angle like that and then get it cut. The angle that it's found is 45, which is good for us. So we're going to get this cut with this now, and then this piece is ready to get fired onto the wall. So next piece now, where the end of this first piece is meeting the next one, we're just going to 45 it so that we can mitomate it in and join it together. So that's how our first piece is going to sit and get joined on to the next up there. What we're doing then, Andy?
So we're just lining up the first style. We're going to cut a 45 onto it and just return it rather than having the open edge.
Nice.
I think it'll be a nicer finish. You could take it round on there.
Depends how far you go though, doesn't it? If you went round, you'd end up going all the way around. That's going to be nice, mate.
Yeah, we're stopping it.
So this one at the bottom, if I can just get in, is going to be cut back and slotted over that, so our next one will meet it there. Yeah.
And then we'll start over into it. The bottom round. So.
Mint, and then this is going to get cut off up here on an angle, and then our top piece going into it. This is the bit that we're going to be cutting out, so it'll fall flat there, and then on an angle down to there, just to butt up to this string. Is it stringer, that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll keep going it skirting. Stringer, just like that. So now we've just got to chop the top. With our line there, that's going to be our top. What they're called? What would you call them? Just panel. Top panel. It's going to go like that there. So we'll mark this now, get it on the 45, and then that's ready to go, apart from the corner that Andy wants to do here. So that's marked up now, that's our 45 going straight up to finish the top off. In theory, when it's done, it's going to look something like that. So our first piece off there, straight up into the top piece, and then this will get 45'd off level with this. Obviously when you're cutting things, like Andy said, it would be best to run them all straight the same into the top piece, which is what we're doing now really, and it's the bottom piece that's going to be just different on that one. But you do a good enough job, once it's filled, painted, you're never going to see any joins or anything like that anyway, so it don't really matter. So on that end piece now, where it meets the landing, Andy's saying if we cut that back at 45, put another piece in, it'll allow us to have that shiny finished edge right the way around, just so when you're painting it and things, you haven't got that rough edge from the middle of the timber. I forgot to say, the wood that we are using is 12mm MDF. You can use different sizes, but we think 12mm looks the best. What you can also do, if you're confident with your measuring, you can take all your measurements to B&Q, give them, and they'll cut them off all for you. Obviously, we're all right measuring and cutting on site, but yeah, is it really?
Yeah. So you get 15 free cuts if you've got a trade point account.
I didn't know that. So apparently he's saying if you've got a trade point account, you get 15 free cuts. There you go. Otherwise you have to pay. Now to rip off that edge into a 45, like we're saying across the top, we're using this table saw. So as you can see, that blade's set at 45. It's going to rip that down to what we need it to. I've just noticed a big smudge on the camera. Hopefully that's sorted it. Sorry. And obviously 45 in that end piece right the way down. You don't have to do that. You can obviously just prime it, paint it, and it will be the same, obviously. But we just want this finished surface right the way round. Proper job. So coming up now to our second piece, coming up the stairs. There's our 45 going into it. That's going to sit on there, like that-ish. And then that's going to butt up over there onto our upright, just like that. That'll be ready then for our top piece to come down here. So what we've done, we've cut the same again, not the same length because we've got to go 100mm over because we're butted in there and we're sailing it over there. So what we're going to do now, we've got a measurement from there up to the bottom of our top piece. We're going to get 5 of these cut now, and they're going to be our uprights. And those cuts are then going to sit like that, ready to have our top piece put on top. So how we're fixing these to the wall is, this is hard one-handed, let me tell you. Bit of grip fill, right the way across. Bit of mitomite on our edges.
Back on the top and everywhere.
And just finish it off with a couple of pins. The Bosch. We've just got that last top piece to cut and then get it all pinned back. Right, that's the main bulk of that built. We've just got to fill this piece in here, which Andy's made a little strip for. Look at that. Damn. That'll just sit in there now just to blank it off. Silly boy's just gone and rubbed his finger down it and got a splinter. Oh yeah, you've cut yourself. You okay, princess? So we've cut this piece down, fits in perfect. We're just going to mitomite now down here, get that sprayed up and get it pushed in. And that gives us that nice, clean, finished edge. Now if you was panelling your bedroom, something like that, this would be done now. You just have to prime it, cork it, paint it, done. Because it's a stairs, we're going to be building a little detail into the top so that it's just something to hold on as you go down. So like I just said, on that top piece, we're going to form a little handrail, little detail piece, just so that you've got something to grab on, run your hands down if needs be. Basically, this is what's going to happen. We've got this little bit of detailed timber here, and then that's going to go onto the top of our panelling. This piece is going to sit on top of that, so it'll be something like that, and then we're going to bullnose this edge, round it off just to finish it, make it look nice, make it be nice on your hand to run down if you need to. So here's the first piece now. We've notched that out so it fits around the skirting at the bottom, the off-drive, sorry, and Andy's just running along it now. And that's going to give us that nice rounded finish like that. Awesome. You just got to trust the process, bros, you know what I mean? So this piece that we've just routed in with the detail is going to sit something like that, and that'll go right the way up, and then this piece will go under there like that. Makes it look nice, gives you a bit of handrail. That's awesome. Yeah. So to fix this top piece on now, we're just going to run down with the grip fill straight down that back edge, just to give it something to glue onto. And then once that's on, we can put our detail piece underneath, get it pinned in, get it secured nice and tight. So on the end, just where it starts going up the stairs, we've just 45'd and put a piece in just to finish it off around the corner. So that's going to sit like that. We're going to get some grip fill up the back of that now, get some mitre on, then once we've pushed it in, it can all be nailed together and finished off. Look at that for mint. She is there. So last thing is to do, if there's any proud nails, get them took out or knocked in, and then get a bit of wood filler made up. Fill it all in, we're good to go. And all that's left then is for the decorator to finish it off, prime it, cork it, paint it. Like I said earlier, there's loads of different ways of doing this, loads of different tools you can use. Let us know what you think in the comments. Obviously we have got all the tools going, so it is a lot easier. But yeah, you can use a lot of cheaper tools, you can use anything really. And there's obviously a lot of different patterns that you can build it out of. Some people just use that, this angle piece here. Some people just use that and make little picture frames out of this, and then prime it, paint it. Right, just while I'm tidying up, let me talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, which is Tradify. Now, if you don't know what Tradify is, it's our business management software that we use to run our business. Basically, if you've got your own business, got people working for you, got subbies who work for you, Tradify is going to be perfect for you. Within just this one app, we can run our whole business. So we've got our scheduling, our diaries on there. Like I said, just you can have multiple people working for you, subbing to you. You can also run their diaries through it, which can be used for timesheets. The main thing that we use it for is for our invoicing and our quoting. So from the app, you can have it linked into your wholesalers with all your material prices, whether you put a markup or not. You can also do that through the app. Once you've filled out your quote, send it all off. You can see exactly when they've opened it, whether they've opened it again, and when they've checked it out. Then if they're happy with the quote, all they've got to do is press a button which will then notify you that it's been accepted. Once the quote has been accepted, you can book it in with the scheduler. And once it's been completed, you can then transform that quote into an invoice with a single click of a button. You can then send it off and check whether it's been opened, which is a big one for us. We've had people in the past, oh, I haven't received your invoice. Well, you have, because we've checked the app and you've opened it. You can register it to a Stripe account, so you can accept payments through the app with one click. And you can also fill out forms on there, so you can do your electrical certificates, your gas certificates, all of that jazz, all in the same app. If you like the sound of it, which why wouldn't you? I'm going to leave a link in the description, which is going to give you a 14-day free trial. If you then like the app, which I'm sure you will, they've given us a discount code which we can give to you, which is going to give you 30% off your first 3 months, and that code is JRC30. The app is always getting updated with new features, which is fantastic, and you get notified of these in an email. So thank you Tradify for sponsoring the video. Check it out. Right, last thing for us to do is get the holes filled, get the little cracks filled, anything that we need to fill. We're going to be using this Ronseal wood filler, which basically, we've got this first part inside the tin, and then this is the activator for it. So we mix a bit of that in the top there, which is that, and just get it spread out over the holes. And then when it's finished, it'll be something like that, and that'll just need sanding down and painting. So all the little holes, even where we've nailed on the top, anywhere we've put nails in, any joints that might need a little bit in, we just get it run over with that filler and then sanded down, and then we are done. And if you're painting your own, once you've done filling, get it sanded down and get the whole thing primed. Then once all the prime's dry, you're going to go around all these edges with the cork, let it dry, and then give it a paint. It's as easy as that, innit, and?
Just like that, mate.
Just before we go, I've got some absolute some absolute gold to show you. So we've just been doing some screeding in the lounge. Nice, very nice. Can you see what's on top of that radiator? That's his phone. Oh, it gets better every time I look at it. I'll see you tomorrow then, and I've just got back home. We had to go back and get Andy's phone. That is fantastic. It's made my day, honest to God. That was class. Thank you very much for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, and if you haven't already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Like I said earlier, check out Tradify. Link is in the description for that. Big up yourselves. See you later. Ta-ra.